Hello, good afternoon, and you're watching Market Fatafat on ET now with me, Vinnii Motiwala, along with me, Sheryll D'Souza as well. Sheryll, a very good afternoon to you as well. And seems like, the story is the same every day when I look at the markets at 130, 19,800 in the last couple of days. Yesterday also you said range bound. Today also seems, that level 19,800, it's just going slightly above, below, nothing exciting there.
Absolutely, Vinnii. If you look at a range-bound trading session coming in for the markets, let's not forget that we had a slew of IPOs this week, and everyone who wants to actually try their chance and luck actually investing in these IPOs. So also that also could be one of the reasons why you've seen actually range-bound, muted trading session in the market.
But very strong, right? Because when I was looking at the numbers after very long, I think those IPO numbers that we're seeing in terms of subscription coming in for all of them.
Yes, absolutely. Like so now you know why the markets are the way they are actually at this point in time. But broader markets trying to show some strength in trade today. At least the small cap index, that's the one that was bucking the trend. If you look at the Nifty Bank, also a shade of green coming in for the Nifty Bank as well. But let's talk about what are the other sectors doing in trade today. Take a look at what the IT index is doing, because IT was a bit subdued. It was among the only sectors that was in the negative territory. Continues to be there. In fact, it is at the day's lowest point. That's the IT index for you. The metal index as well. Let's take a look at what metal is doing, and realty index. Realty index also is a sector that is in focus. A lot of interest coming in for the realty sector. Let's not forget. And today is holding also onto the green territory. But yes, Vinnii, a lot of stocks actually to talk about over the next 1 hour.
Absolutely, and for that we have Swati Ananda Hotkar joining in with us on the technicals, while from the research team we have Lisa as well as Ankita also joining in with us. So very good afternoon to all three of y'all as well. And let's start with the first stock that is going to be in focus, and especially actually it's a pack, right? The whole week that we've seen this buzzing, like you were mentioning as well, is the insurance pack, and that has been up and away in trade as well. So that is something that we are watching out for, and we at ET now are actually the ones who actually broke the story as well in terms of the insurance pack as well. So we're keeping an eye on that, because New India Assurance, also look at it, in the last 1 week or 5 days when you compare it, what a strong up move that we've seen coming in there as well. I believe we do have Anurag Shah joining in with us also to give us more details for the story that he broke on Monday as well. So let's go across to Anurag Shah. After this smooth story, we're seeing that New India Assurance, GIC, all these stocks are buzzing in trade.
So we have seen the run in New India Assurance, and the latest update about New India Assurance that they have informed exchanges about institutional investor meeting with the senior management. Company has scheduled that on 29th of November. So we have to look on that also, that something is there which company will be saying on 29th of November. And apart from that, the two other development we have reported in last 3 days. First is that letter from central government to the chief secretaries for the mandatory implementation of motor third party insurance for uninsured vehicle. We have a figure that 54% of vehicles on road are uninsured. The figure is of around 16 crore, and New India has a biggest motor insurance portfolio. And it got confirmed by Additional Director General of Police also, that they have received the letter from central government and they are working with insurance companies to make it compliant. So that has a big trigger for New India. Other one is the recent announcement by all political parties related to the health insurance in their political manifesto. The state of Rajasthan has announced that they will increase the health insurance scheme from 25 lakh to 50 lakh. So presently the 25 lakh scheme, Chiranjeevi scheme, which is trust plus insurance model, which is managed by New India Assurance. So every year New India Assurance get 3,500 crore as a premium. 3,500 crore as a premium. It's a profitable scheme for New India. So same 25 lakh is announced by in Madhya Pradesh also by Congress. In Madhya Pradesh for BJP has also announced the insurance scheme. In Chhattisgarh also both the political parties have announced the insurance scheme. In Mizoram also, in Telangana also. So all 5 states we have seen that health insurance scheme has been announced, and it will continue in the national election also. So it's a big beneficial for insurance sector, that insurance for all, which is a IRDA target till 2047, so which can be achieved much prior also, because government, state government, central government, all of them will give a in their manifesto about promise for ensuring the each and every citizen of the country. So these are the recent trigger, and we have to wait for 29th of November also, which New India has informed exchanges about meeting with the institutional investors.
All right, thank you so much for that, Anurag. Also, congratulations, a stellar news break coming in from your end, and we've seen what the stock has been doing. Nothing short of cartwheels, actually. This week alone, New India Assurance is up about 34%. Thank you so much, Anurag, for getting us all of those exclusive details and what actually is working for the entire insurance pack. And staying with insurance pack, Swati, we know a lot of triggers, news flow triggers actually that have been pretty positive coming in for the insurance space. Is not only the fact that what Anurag reported about, but also last week, given the fact that you had the RBI's move coming in on consumer loans, it kind of made these stocks look attractive for investors when it comes to NBFCs compared to NBFCs and the banks. So what's your take coming in on ICICI Prudential purely on the charts now? Do you think this run-up will continue going ahead? 25% in the last 6 months, bulk of it coming in the last 1 to 2 weeks alone.
Definitely, purely on the technical front, this particular chart really looks very good on the monthly chart on a larger degree. If you look towards the line chart, the stock has just in the formation of the inverse head and shoulder pattern. It's on the verge of forming the right shoulder of the pattern. I believe 570.74 is the breakout level for this particular counter. Once this manages to give a breakout level upside, at least we can see a rally up to 640 to 700 levels on the higher side. So one should definitely take a long position at the current market price also, because the risk reward ratio is in our favor. Whereas on a downside, 540 is acting as a crucial support level. So those who are having a long position or trying to build up a long position, the current level will be the best level to take a long position for immediate target of the 640 to 700 levels at the highest.
Okay, let's move on, and that is the insurance packs which has been doing cartwheels. But what's also been doing cartwheels is Honasa Consumers. This came in after the company reported its numbers this time. Strong set of numbers came in from the company in Q2 when you see a 21% growth, but the margins also has seen an improvement as well. The management is expecting a 30% growth trajectory going forward as well. So very strong commentary also that came in from the management as well. And obviously the stock has been seeing a very, very strong up move in the last couple of days as well. Yesterday was locked in upper circuit. Today also 9 to 10% gains is what we've seen. And other than that also, what is exciting today that came in is that Jeffrey in its equity strategy model portfolio has said that they are replacing Marico with Honasa Consumers. They believe that given that the growth target that Honasa Consumers is talking about, the management is talking about, there is a fair story for this to see a further upside going forward as well. So a lot of positiveness coming in for Honasa Consumers post its numbers as well. Today also strong gains is what it's holding on to. But not only that, we managed to also speak to the management after their numbers as well. They said that they will be focusing in terms of the mass premium as well as masstige segment as well, which is obviously better in terms of margins to the company as well. So listen into what they had to say.
Focused on mass premium categories, and I think as a business and as a house of brand, all our brands play in the mass premium, masstige categories, and this space is expected to grow at almost twice that of the mass segments in the country. I think given that and how the whole online offline ecosystem is evolving, we are fairly uniquely positioned to capture this evolving opportunity in the beauty and personal care space. If we actually look at our capital efficiencies there, we've continued to maintain our working capital cycle. So I think our focus there will continue. The business, of course, is capital efficient, doesn't require that kind of a cash investments, in terms of how the channels are panning out for us. I think the focus is, clearly on delivering growth and delivering growth which is backed by a profit growth which is faster than top line, given where our margins are, and I think that will solve for itself. Our return ratios will continue to improve.
All right, so that is management of Honasa, and that stock is enjoying a good ride in today's trading session as well. But remember, viewers, this Friday and every Friday you have Chris Wood of Jefferies writing his Greed and Fear note, and today also he's come out with his note, Greed and Fear. A lot of stock rejigs coming in that particular note. Jefferies has added actually L&T in its global long-only equity portfolio. Not just that, the addition of L&T will be at the expense of Alibaba. This is what this is the global company Alibaba. This is what Chris Wood actually wrote in his note today. Also, he's saying that he's removed Bajaj Finance from Asia ex-Japan long-only portfolio. He's allocated 4% weightage to JSW Energy in that portfolio. He's also raised investments in JSW Energy as well as AU Small Finance Bank, L&T by 1 percentage point each in its India long-only portfolio. However, they've gone ahead and they've trimmed by 1 percentage point in Bajaj Finance, in ONGC, as well as in Reliance Industries in their India portfolio. And they're also saying that India's key macro worries, including US Treasury yields and volatility in the crude prices, have subsided. Not just that, they've also increased their investment in Zomato as well by about 1 percentage point. So that's the reason why Zomato is also in focus. You had a Morgan Stanley note also that's coming on Zomato, so that one is in focus. ONGC and Bajaj Finance seeing a negative reaction, while JSW Energy, that's the one that you need to watch out for. That's the one that's seeing a huge gain in today's trading session.
Okay, keep an eye out on all the stocks that Sheryl mentioned on the back of the greed and fear note that came in. Surely seeing a move there. But on that note, we're going to slip into a very short break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more stocks after this break. Welcome back, and you're watching Market Fatafat on ET. Now let's keep it going with all the stocks that are buzzing in trade. And Swati, coming to you, Suntech Realty, this one has seen a very good growth in the last 6 months, last 1 month. The growth is something that has, just kept on going up. Now in terms of charts, what's the indication you're picking up for Suntech Realty? Should we expect a bit of a correction or expecting to go higher on from here on as well?
Yeah, on the technical front, my view is little bit bullish on this particular stock because from the end of the 2021, we have seen a sharp decline in this particular counter from almost 450 to 300 levels, and from there onwards, it has shown some pullback rally. And if you look towards the line chart, it is on the verge of giving a formation of the cup and handle pattern, and it has already given the breakout of the same levels. So looking towards the technical setup, the view is definitely positive. I believe it has a potential to reach up to 540 to 570 levels on higher sides. So my view is bullish, whereas the downside, the support will be lies at 470. So the view will remain bullish for immediate target of 540.
All right, moving on. Lisa, let's talk about NMDC and why is this one in focus today?
Right, so NMDC, they came up with an update on the price revision, and they have hiked the price by around 200 rupees per ton, and this is for both iron ore fines as well as lump ore. So if I talk about the prices, they have fixed the lump ore price at around 5,400 rupees per ton, and this is higher by around 200. That is last time in October it was at 5,200 rupees per ton, and similarly for prices of fines as well, it has raised the prices by around 200. So even in way back in October as well as September, they have been revising the prices upwards, and that is why the stock is reacting today. It's upwards at around 2% as we speak. So this was on the back of the global international prices also rising, and Prabhudas Leeladhar also had raised the estimates for NMDC. So for now, even the volumes have come on strong for NMDC. So higher volumes, higher price, it means higher revenue for NMDC, and that is why the stock is reacting positively in today's trading session.
Let's move on and talk about Alembic Limited then. Swati, on the charts, what are you picking up for Alembic Limited now? At the current price, still an attractive buy?
At the current levels, it's an attractive buy because from the 2021 onwards, it was just trading in the downward sloping channel, and it has given the breakout of that channel, which gives a sign of a reversal from the current levels. I believe that from the last few weeks, the stock is just trading in the high tops, high bottom formation. So looking toward the technical setups, also the interesting fact that it is well placed above all the important moving averages. So that overall technical setups on the technical front really looks positive. I believe it has a potential to reach up to 100 levels. Very soon the stock is going to enter into the 3-digit levels, that is 100 levels. So one can go for a long position or hold their long position as long as it sustains above 80 levels on high side.
All right, moving on. Ankita, let's talk about Lupin and why is this one in the spotlight today?
That's correct. Look at Lupin, it is soaring in trade today. It is up almost more than 3.5% in trade, 3.7% in trade. That is coming on the back of the fact that they have received approval from US FDA for bromfenac ophthalmic solution 0.047%. Now, being the first one to file for this, Lupin is eligible for a 180-day exclusive period. And, the sale of this particular medicine had, an estimated sales of $185 million in the US. And plus, they have also received a tentative approval from US FDA for, Canglizofin tablets. This product has been, manufactured at Lupin's Pitampur facility in India. And, the sale of this in US is estimated to be $561 million US. And on the back of these two news flows and US FDA approvals, Lupin is soaring in trade up more than 3.5%.
Let's move on and talk about Godrej Consumers on the chart then, Swati, because when you look at it in the last 6 months, the stock has remained quite range bound. 980 to 1080 levels is what it's remained in. What is it now that the charts are indicating for Godrej Consumers? The run up that we've seen in the last couple of months, is that something that is indicating a better up move for Godrej Consumers?
In the last couple of months, the stock is under the correction from almost 1100 to 970 levels. We have seen a sharp correction. Now it is just moving ahead towards the important moving averages, say the 100-day moving average. It is just hovering nearby levels. Once it manages to give a breakout level, we are likely to witness a swift rally on the higher side, at least towards 2050 to 1100 levels. So at the current level, it's just forming a bottom of levels at the lower level. I believe at the current level, the risk-reward ratio will be a favorable. So one can go for a long position, or they can hold their long position, because positive momentum can be seen in the next trade in this particular stock, at least up to 1050 to 1100 levels.
Okay, let's move on and talk about a couple of names, that is Dr. Lal Pathlab as well as Metropolis. Both these are in focus today. Why is that so? Actually, we see, according to channel checks that were conducted yesterday on ET Now, we had said that, Godrej, I beg your pardon, Dr. Lal Pathlabs as well as Metropolis. Metropolis actually has taken and is expected to take another price hike this time around. And, on the back of this, normally the trending of the price hikes is around 2 years time period, but this has been quite consecutive in terms of price hikes, and these price hikes for Metropolis Healthcare could be expected as early as 2024. So because of that we've seen, Metropolis as well as Dr. Lal Pathlabs both have been in focus today. Competition in this area has been a bit of a reduction coming in there, so that is why the price hikes are also coming into play. Seems like they'll be taking more price hikes in 2024, and that is keeping both these stocks abuzz as well. So all these names have been in focus today. Dr. Lal Pathlabs up 3%, Metropolis also up 3%.
All right, moving on then, and in fact moving on directly to a break on this edition of Market Fatafat. When we come back, we'll discuss some more stocks, so don't go anywhere.